party.
Exactly.
Let's go.
That's kind of where I'm at on the ending call. But anyway, we've got our third game lined up here. C9 and FlyQuest. C9 have opted for first pick. FlyQuest are choosing then to play from red side. It's Cassio and Bard.
Ich habe mir auf gar keinen Fall gerade eine Soboslei-Freistoß am Monitor.
Okay, so what are we going to whittle down to here? Everybody always talks about APA's champion pool, and they did, continue with the Ziggs from FlyQuest. So that respect is at the very least getting, paid to him. But can they actually take advantage of it? I know between APA and God, there is so much.
Also Game Plan, denke mal, no, it was free kick from Soboslai.
As the #1, power-ranked mid laner in the league, and so plenty of respect there. And yeah, so far this split, at the very least, APA has only played Azir and Taliyah.
Joe Frank, did you see it?
That is true for this series as well, right? So hasn't yet gone
on
that. The Ziggs going to get banned away. I wonder if they do another sort of target ban towards them, or if it's just more AD junglers. It's going to be the Pantheon. So the Ambessa taken away, you could say that's from Gakkos, but it's also shown that a lot of AD jungle focus as that does get narrowed, but it means Varus is up. Xin Zhao is still up. Varus going through the bans in Game 3 is a bit surprising to me, so FlyQuest must have some sort of a plan that they're going to respond with in the bot lane, and I'm really kind of curious to see what that's going to be.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a powerful pick at the
Top vs. W wird 3-0 für WE, für Top, oder? Ich habe kein einziges Game von WE gesehen. Ich kann es nicht einschätzen. No fucking idea.
And it looks like they're discussing what they want to go with.
No fucking idea.
How are you feeling about the Galio answer yesterday?
Und auch von Top Esports habe ich auch nichts gesehen. Ich habe keinerlei Einschätzung.
But it still actually looked quite good. I felt like it.
Yeah, I think it's fine still. And it depends on what else you're going to go with it. Because if I'm using that as my response to Rumble, then I probably also want like a Vi pick here. And then I can do Vi with Galio. And so not only is it a good, safe answer to the lane, but then I also get a Vi Galio on my team.
All right, how do you feel about the Rumble Jhin on the team?
It's a very common combo because Jhin can fall for such long range and Rumble Equalizer also. So it's something that is very common for a good reason. Jhin also in there. Rumble
C9 ist Giga-Tilt, ne, warum?
Passt
doch, oder nicht?
Core to work off of.
Yeah, and Jhin is also a safe laner, a strong laner to be able to
Aurora gegen Rumble, Thanatos Classic.
This Aurora answer as a counter pick.
Okay.
Did bring it out as early as week.
Thanatos Classic, yup.
Didn't do as well as I expected him to in that matchup that week, but he is definitely our strongest laning top laner. He has the counter pick. We'll see what he can get done against Gakkos.
And you can see the stats there at the bottom of the screen. Win-loss 5-0 for Aurora so far this split. The champion's very powerful.
Especially in Thanatos' hands. He's been very aggressive with it. Then bottom lane, to complement this Varus, we need some lane power. That is a lot of lane power. You get the Nico Varus. This is a very, very reliable combo. So much poke damage, so much threatening.
Trauma ist raus, Bart ist gebannt, Nico ist gepickt. Was picken wir? Nautilus ist raus. Was spielen wir? Was spielen wir? Auf Support? Wir gehen ja keine Rail. Nein, wir gehen auf gar keinen Fall Rail. Oh, wirklich? Wirklich? Okay. Du hast gefisst in den Lane, aber ja.
You need that lockdown for the equalizer for that Jhin to be able to follow up with the Deadly Flourish. So that's a trade-off, but I expect C9 to really have pressure in that 2v2 bot side.
And since we have mirrored picks on either side of the rift, bottom lane duos locked in, top laners locked in, let's see what we get in terms of those mid-jungle bans here in the second half of draft. And there's the Galio ban to try to protect the Rumble.
So another common one along with the Galio that provides CC as well, that is an answer into Rumble, has been the Ornn. And so you could do stuff like that. But since they've got the Aurora, I have a very strong feeling that the Aurora is going into Thanatos' hands. You can...
Verlierer ist nicht raus, beide sind in den Playoffs drin. Da geht's nur um Seeding gerade. Es geht hier nur um Seeding.
We don't know what APA's been up to, so we're going to respect still ban the Galio. If there's something along those lines, again, there are other CC things that you can put up there if you feel like your team still needs, more engage on their side too. But with Aurora and Nico, that's pretty good engage.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is interesting. I literally hadn't even considered.
Pantheon, Zhao waren raus, Ambessa raus, Wukong raus. Xin Zhao ist noch offen mit Tronal Band. Xin Zhao High Prior AD Jungler.
when I think back to Nico, when it was actually popular as mid lane.
Sau raus, Mundo raus.
So, you know, there is
Bei oder Xin, ja, Weiß noch offen.
Going to be swapping things around a bit. Xin Zhao going to be taken out. Vi is still up and available as far as some of those kind of premium AD junglers. Jarvan was banned out.
Nocturne Vi, Nocturne. Nocturne Call, wow, Nocturne Call für C9 mag ich sehr. Nocturne mag ich sehr für C9 den Call. Ist nach viel noch ein Ding? Ist wieder ein Ding, ja. Ist wieder ein Ding, ja.
The Syndra and the Mundo banned out by C9. Galio and Xin Zhao, like you guys have already mentioned, banned out by FlyQuest. Now, what will be pick number 4 for the FlyQuest side? I'm assuming you're going to wait until 5th and final pick for your mid lane.
I would think so, especially with the expectation that APA is supposed to have this.
Nocturne, Nafiri mag ich beide für C9.
AD jungler, you take the Vi. I think it makes a lot of sense. You know, they banned 3 AD junglers for FlyQuest, right? So you want to take one away, limit what Blabber is going to have even more so, and then also get counterpick for Quad in the mid lane. Blabber is going to go with the Nocturne, so they are maybe going to do
APA
Nico mid.
Nico for sure.
So that was kind of the thought that in my mind.
Nico mid bin ich noch nicht so 100% convinced. Weiß nicht, ob die hat die genug Damage?
With Nocturne, because Nocturne turn out the lights. It makes it these flank angle engages.
Silas Pick ist ziemlich gültig.
This is very intense.
Silas Pick ist ziemlich gültig hier.
A lot of ults here to steal. A lot of very good ults for Silas to steal.
Silas ist sehr, sehr gültig hier. Uiuiui, das könnte ein Problem werden.
All these good engage ults on C9. Well, now they're all on FlyQuest too, because Quad is going to have access to them.
Das könnte sehr insane werden.
Power on both sides. Some cool tricks, it feels like, in the draft throughout this series from C9. They've been very flexible, you know, trying to showcase that this Nico was going to be going bot, but APA going back to something that was a tried and true pick from in the past.
And the only thing you're sad about picking a Silas here is you can't steal your own Alistar's ultimate. That's honestly the only sort of, aw man, in this case, but I still think they'll be happy with how things are looking. Which one of these comps would you guys say has the edge?
I think they're pretty close. I mean, I like both sides. I like the strengths of both sides. Like I say, Nocturne ult completely changes all of these engage you know, attempts. Like Nico's already very hard for people to deal with as far as the engage, but when you also have the Recon, you also have the.
Wir finden halt selbst noch einen Player, wenn er nämlich Silas hat, egal welche Posi. Ist fein. Kommt drauf an. Kommt drauf an. Hast du, du brauchst halt Winning. Also, was pairst du Nocturne? Weil du brauchst Winning 2v2 gegen Silas, ansonsten bist du halt echt fucking useful.
Personally, I just love teams that utilize Nocturne Darkness super well, though, so I will probably go with that side. Okay. Because I really like those angles, and like Nico transforming, then you can kind of do the tricks where you hide on the mini-map, and then you turn out the lights, and they can't see you on their screens either.
Yeah, it's also worth noting, so there have been 2 pro play Nikos in mid lane this year, but none in the top 4 leagues, not in the kind of like major regions. And he is going to be playing Ignite. So he's playing Ignite Airy. He is looking to slam this lane.
Ja, Full Fist Lane muss er machen, glaube ich. Da wenn du dem Silas Free Laning gibst bis 6, ist problematisch.
In these early levels. And Blabber's going to be starting on an invade. He's going to be looking to start on enemy wrath.
Weil die auch Level 2 oder Level 6 2v2 gefisst werden. Guter Lanemate. Geiler Lanemate. Aber der Wort hat ihn gesehen, oder nicht? Er hat ihn doch, die haben ihn gesehen, oder nicht? Müssten ihn doch gesehen haben. Surely. Oh. Surely müssten ihn doch gesehen haben.
And yet he does it very, you know, reliably.
Nico ist gut mit Nocturne, ja. Nico, Aurora und Nico, Aurora, Nocturne synergieren alle gut miteinander. Auch ein Rakan von mir aus.
Interact with hitting champions, and so you quickly will turn into, you know, a minion or something to be able to deny that and get better trades on people.
Well, as the laning phase is officially underway, we've got Jat standing.
Griffin is so fucked, by the way. Wurde der rausgechunkt oder ich?
How are you feeling with the draft going?
Ist sie ohne Camp? Also.
Yeah, it's pretty explosive. I think both teams are actually pretty happy with what they have.
Warte, warum ist Griffin gebased? Warte, ich schau ganz kurz. Ich schau kurz im Replay nach, okay? Okay, ich vermute, er weiß. Ich schaue kurz, während er redet.
I think it's pretty good. I mean, I don't think teams can usually end the game with a Baron at that point if you have Soul, and as long as they honestly don't get like 2 inhibs, we're in a pretty good spot. So I
okay,
like
ich vermute,
that call on stage. And yeah, we were a little bit behind in the early game for game 2, but we locked in and we bounced back. And that's kind of what you want to see out of the young roster like this one.
All right, I want to let you get back to the game, but what needs to happen to win this game 3?
I think Gakkos needs to neutralize the Aurora because Thanatos Aurora, you can be oppressive in lane. And besides that, I need a crowd to have a good game.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. Ich vermute, es war ein Fall von, er hatte Angst, dass Nocturne einfach invadet nach den Raptors, weil also Nocturne cleart die Raptors schneller als die Vi den Red Buff und deswegen hat sie halt super Respekt und hat den resettet. Vermutlich. Weil sie hatte Jungle Item, ich hab nachgeschaut, sie hatte ja Jungle Item. Ja, Raptors, ja.
We saw him start on. Now we got the pings from Griffin, so Blabber level 4 is presumably going to recontest these, and since his mid laner is a Nico with Ignite, unless Quad is actually able to do something weird.
Das war jetzt natürlich ein insanely schlechter Read von Griffin, ne? Weil Griffin ist jetzt nämlich davon ausgegangen, dass der Nocturne die kompletten Topside-Camps genommen hat. Hat er jetzt nicht gemacht, das heißt, Griffin hat jetzt seine kompletten Topside-Camps nicht genommen. Das ist richtig bad jetzt. Das ist jetzt richtig fucking bad. Blabber, du darfst jetzt nicht griefen. Geh auf Quad, geh auf Quad, geh auf Quad. Ja. E-Flash von APA. Oh mein Gott, Griffin. Nein, 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 nein. Jungle ist so over. Jungle ist so over. Oh mein Gott. Jungle ist so fucking lost. Ganz schlechter Read halt von Griffin.
From Blabber, from Cloud9. Blabber also flashing kind of a little bit down from Raptor Pit, and then Griffin trying to flash up.
Ganz schlechter Read leider.
That is so bad.
Weiß ihn so einen Arsch hier.
FlyQuest are very, very down. They're so far behind here. Big hole in the jungle.
And I mean, Blabber didn't even have Smite when he went for the invade, so he was just looking for the fight. He knew that he was spotted. He knew that he was going to have this strong.
Was ist im Ligus gegen Dickness danach noch? Ja, ist ein Bester von, ja. Wir haben jetzt danach hoffentlich ein Interview mit Dom und dann noch das Beste von. Ja. Mach ich.
Blabber has just been skyrocketed ahead.
Ja, das heißt auch Blabber wird jetzt fast Level 6 hitten. Oh yeah.
So it's a 700 gold,
oh yeah.
800 gold difference for jungle at the moment, and it's a Nocturne. A Nocturne that is going to be also a level advantage over a Vi. It is just like crazy jungle.
Ja, und Toplane brennt auch natürlich, ne? Matchup ist nicht gut. Wieso nur Best of One? Weil keine Ahnung. Keine Ahnung.
If you're in Blabber's shoes, like you're a jungler, you're like, okay, we win this game. Like he is.
Ja, Blabber jetzt 6.
You're gonna get your level 6 early. You can
und kein Flash auf Quad. War, das war nicht letzte Season supporten, nein, vor 2 Seasons. Vor 2 Seasons. Letzte Season war schon wieder AD Carry.
It really isn't, and a lot of people obviously have talked about, they're surprised that FlyQuest has made it here, has been a 2-0 team.
Blabber One Kämpfer auf 6.
Coming in, but it wasn't just us.
Upgrade Smite gegen Nord, Upgrade Smite, also der Drake ist auch gone.
Masu is saying, that we would think we're better than them. He didn't think they're better than them. Time to grow, and they have.
Er hat seinen Conqueror Proc bekommen, er weiß, dass er drauf ist. Es mattert halt nicht, ne? Es ist Upgrade Smite gegen kein Upgrade Smite. Griffin, du kannst hier nicht contesten. Du griefst. Griffin, du griefst.
And Griffin once more has to vault break backwards because Blabber and C9 have control over the objective.
Morde, danke für den zweiten.
And that is paranoia unlocked for Blabber.
Yeah, it's just, it continues to snow.
Bist du ein Inspired-Fan oder FlyQuest-Fan? Ich bin ein Inspired-Fan. C9-Fan in the first place, aber dann Inspired-Fan.
Like, mid-laners like Ignite Nico, that's why Blabber has so much confidence here in going to these objectives and just forcing them. You saw on the minimap that whole time, yeah, Blabber is doing Dragon.
Inspired the granny means shut the fuck up. Do you want me to leak DMs, huh?
Brush that he's like, well, if
you're as big of a glazer, buddy.
I'm gonna keep chucking these Qs over towards there. I'm still gonna get my boost.
Right, that shit.
And I know that APA has lane priority.
Wie viele Game ist das jetzt? Von der LCS, das 5.
So, I'm covered here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's 20 CS lead right now for APA with more minions for him to farm, right? Yep. He is slamming this mid lane in the 1v1.
That's it für heute, nein. Best of One danach noch, ein Best of One.
As a result. And this is
bist du ein Fan oder Sven-Fan? Ja, well. Well.
This is the difficulty when you're fighting against these combat summoners is, yeah,
Jesus, macht die Damage.
Once, but the Ignite is going
to
be multiple times.
Falsch eingeschätzt.
And meanwhile, topside, the Thanatos Aurora is doing exactly what we expected him to do, and there's no relief coming from the jungle.
And part of the reason APA has this CS advantage also is because he went to the play with Blabber after pushing mid lane. So Quad is like, you know, I'm trying to help my jungler. Like, I know you're in a tough spot, buddy. But then every time you go to a losing play like that, you're losing CS, and you're also losing time with your boosted quest experience for being in lane. So it also feels really bad for you.
Yeah, I mean, that is honestly the worst feeling when you sacrifice your lane to go help your jungler, and then it's a losing fight anyway, and now you can't win your 1v1, and your jungler's behind, so they can't help you. And then you're like, all right, where do we go from here, team? We're scaling.
When Kobe first said boosted, I thought he was going to say boosted jungler. Because if this far behind, the Blabber moves into the enemy jungle again. Just trying to keep the pressure onto Griffin. Masu and Cryogen are...
Smite weg jetzt. Gute Pressure hier einfach. Blabber, du kannst jetzt hier... Das ist so insane, dass das hier funktioniert ist. Beyond fucking insane, dass dieser Typ hier nicht stirbt. Oh mein Gott, du bist so ein disgusting Reaper, Blabber. Aber es funktioniert. Beyond insane. Beyond insane, dass er hier nicht stirbt. Ai.
And Silas, and I mean, that's another picture perfect. Like, I have confidence in my winning lanes. Blabber's like, okay, yeah, I know. I'm face checking a level 6 Vi. I just saw you get level 6 on this blue. I don't care. my bottom,
don't matter.
Yeah, my bottom lane is pushing. I will face tank this.
And APA moved, right? And Quad was just staying mid lane. He TP'd back to mid lane and was just pushing that wave out. So yeah, APA gives up a plate, gives up a
Jungle is so fucking fucked.
Even after giving that up and roaming, he's up 24 CS. And Blabber is just so far ahead, already has his first completed item.
Yeah, the experimental hex plate versus tunneler plus dagger is not even remotely comparable here, as Blabber now has control over the top side river 2, guarantees an easy 3 void grubs for C9. This is a 3,000 gold lead at 9 minutes. This is nightmare fuel for FlyQuest.
Yeah, it truly is. The entire FlyQuest team will be feeling...
Und der Joke an dieser scheiß Jungle-Rolle ist, Blabber ist gerade so, I mean, er ist ein gutes Level-Head. Er hat noch alle Camps ab und so, aber trotzdem. Sick-ass Joke von der Rolle.
Vulcan flashes to get into distance to follow up on this play with Blabber 2, and here's the first snipe the Q I was talking about. Boom, Blabber hits that one, takes down the Jhin, then they follow up with the other ones, and I like the follow from Vulcan too, because you better go follow up on Blabber plays. Yeah. And yeah, like he's like, oh, I got a flash to get in range. He does flash and he gets there, and they pull it off.
I mean, it was a great play from C9. Honestly, I also kind of like the call from FlyQuest, because if you try to just stay under your tower, Masu's so low, you know that the jungler is already there, you know the APA is moving, you're just going to get dove really easily. So they try to do a 3-man turn, hopefully burst down Blabber. Vulcan's too fast to the play, keeps him up, and they just kind of secure that advantage that much further. And now, you know, you have that really snowballing out of control. Thanatos has the Leandries done. We heard those kind of like keys to success from ThinkGuard, but it's going to be tough.
We lost the keys. Yeah. The keys are somewhere on the ground in the yard.
Blabber took them. No, Blabber, they're on the ground, and then Blabber just yoinked them. So my keys now. And it's funny too, because you know, you've always heard so many interviews of people who have played with Blabber, and one of the things that's reoccurring is that, yes, he has a very strong view of how you play this game, and when he makes calls for plays, you had better just go follow up on these plays. And we're seeing he's so confident in all of them straight from the level 1, from the Raptor Steel. Here's the Dragonflight though.
All right, FlyQuest want to go forward. It's Cryogen with
Licht noch an.
Will ready to go as the front line. You're going to see C9.
Schöner One-Shot. Clean.
Griffin and the jungler's dead again.
Clean, man.
Goes over to Sven. Cryogen
wow.
There. It's a 2-0. This game could have been an email, but
clean.
FlyQuest couldn't even open it. C9 are just running them into the dirt.
Yeah, I mean, this one is, the wheels have fallen off for sure. Thanatos is TPing down. Gakkos is not even responding to the TP, so I feel like you just have to say...
These casters, do you think they would say something like this in you?
They kind of stay around.
Huh?
Tether from the Varus ult did land onto Griffin, and then the Nico ult is there to follow.
Oh, they talk about that little Magic the Gathering meeting.
On the way out, you lose the dragon, you get in the fight, and Cloud9 just gets that much further ahead.
Yeah, I like the early ult from Blabber here, just making sure, and there's going to be no reinforcements, nobody's getting out alive. He gets the crab even on the reset there after taking the objective, so early dragons are stacking. Gold lead very, very healthy for C9. They are in perfect position to push forward the lead with the team that has so many weapons to engage.
C9's already playing the League of
Ja, okay, jetzt ist der Jungle XP krank. Gute 2 Level. Kracht. Komplett. Weil er auch schon sein Jungle-Item fertig hat. Das heißt, er kriegt nochmal mehr, also nochmal 10 XP mehr pro Camp. Das ist schon nasty as fuck.
They're flying away. They're not even here on Summoner's Rift anymore. It's a 4,000 gold lead for C9. Thanatos is up here just kind of vibing. He's having a good time.
Is this Cloud9's year? Because they are starting out quite strong in the LCS. Return of the LCS, return of Cloud9 to the top.
They are the kings of spring, you know. Generally, when they win, it is
winter.
That's true. That's true.
We forget because we're in LA. You know, it's hard to notice.
Yeah, there's snow in other places. My mom sends me pictures of all the snow in Ohio. But there's definitely not a whole lot of problems here for C9 on the Rift right now. They've got 2 minutes until the Rift Herald spawns. They're not going to wait until then to try to force some kind of a fight as a nice Tangle Barb locks up Cryogen. That's an Alistar. Normally you don't full commit onto an Alistar, but normally you're not 4,000 gold ahead 13 minutes into the game. They force the ulti and the flash over the wall from the FlyQuest support and then just walk on back out.
Speak for yourself. I usually do this well. You know, I do pretty well.
This is a common Kobe Volibear game.
I'm a 4K average gold lead at
okay, all right.
13 minutes. Don't check on those stats.
I checked the ladder. It's going to say Kobe at rank 1.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, we got a quad going in.
Okay, quad trying to make
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's C9 ready to respond.
Oh yeah, guter Counter-Gank. Oh weia, oh weia. Es ist so fucking fucked. Ja.
To deal with C9 at all. FlyQuest have already
Oh yeah, oh weia. Brutalität.
Wants to at least get one back on him here and he will do just that.
Warum flashst du? Jhin, I guess, okay. Brutalität.
I mean, Vulcan is just responding to these plays so well. You know, he gets in, immediately blocks the Q flash from Griffin coming through, has his charm already up, so they're insta-charmed on the engage. Like, just look at how he responds to this. The E comes through, he sees incoming Vi, E's forward, blocks the Q flash, charms them both up. Like, that's just picture perfect from the support. And he has been there, it feels like, every time his team has needed him quietly throughout the entire going behind the tower. You think back to even the Lulu Nidalee game. He's right there on the invade with Flabber. Right place, right time. Pretty much every damn time is Vulcan this series.
Yeah, very nice from him. And in the end, even though they do claim the bounty from killing Blabber, you know, Gakkos also had to flash for that to get into the...
Gut ist, diesmal haben sie auch Drakes gut ist.
Good night.
Yep. Honestly,
yes, Maya. Und in 70 Sekunden nächste Nocturne Ulti. Yes, das Maya.
Black and white screen for FlyQuest, 6,000 gold lead for C9. APA ready to pick up this bottom lane tier 1 turret right after.
Wait, what was that Teemo emote there in Flash? I need a replay. The double Teemos eating burgers or something? It was like its eyes were knocked out.
Double Teemos eating burgers.
Let me get a replay. Let me see those emotes. They had synergy. It was same time. Did you guys see those?
I wasn't paying attention.
All right, well maybe...
The one I've been noticing is I think APA's spamming something that looks like Smolder's in jail.
Yeah, I saw.
What did that dragon do deserve to get locked up?
I don't know, yeah. Maybe it's something from Scrims. I don't know, we'll see.
I'm not sure. But look at these emotes.
Hat Ulti für die Vi-Ulti.
I like the the disgruntled LCS one from, is it Sona?
Oh yeah, the Sona Humph?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like FlyQuest is a little disgruntled right now. They tried to make the move there on Thanatos. He drops the R, walks through the portal. He's immediately out, no stress whatsoever. I'm seriously struggling to find any sort of angle for FlyQuest in this game. The game feels just entirely lost already at 16 minutes, and it all snowballed from Blabber's early invade. Stridebreaker now completed alongside the Hex Plate. Griffin has at least finally completed his first item with the Sundered Sky, but it's just
Rightbreaker fertig und Griffin kauft Triforce. Ist das serious? Nee, ne? Das ist unserious. Warum geht meine Weiß Second Item Triforce? Das ist unserious.
It's got to be the miracle play, right? You're just so far down, and we'll see if they can find something here. They're going to show up and hope they can collect some bounties.
All right, FlyQuest looking to contest Dragon number 3. Vulcan going behind enemy lines. He's tanking up a ton of damage here from the Flame Spitter, but Griffin is already dead. Stolen Nico ulti, not gonna do a thing. APA killing spree there as Quad falls for the 3rd time.
Yes, oh Maria.
It said. It's a JDG burger.
Yeah, JDG burger.
JDG burger.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, okay. We'll get the lore on it afterwards. I know there's a lot of memes surrounding burger eating. that
sounds ominous. How did you make burger eating sound ominous?
Yeah, that was...
Burger eating is a...
Wir müssen ins Bett, danach ist noch ein Best of One, Bruder. Danach ist noch ein Best of One. Danach ist erstmal ein Interview, hoffentlich. Und dann Best of One.
I actually never met anyone that loves burgers more than Raz, but Sven and Vulcan with the double flash of it, so.
That's JDG, right?
It's JDG. No, you're right.
Double JDG burger, but now we've got
Warum hat JDG einen Burger-Emote? Das ist eine verdammt gute Frage eigentlich. Wow. Oh, war ja. Oh, war ja.
He's going anywhere he doesn't want to be. Thanatos now going to collect his second kill of the game. He's got to catch up. Honestly, he's falling behind.
Yeah.
Everybody else
where's the hustle, man?
Come on.
Jesus Christ, guys, Mitleid, bitte.
They can find here in the mid lane as Vulcan goes in for the quickness. APA's ready to follow up with a full pop blossom. There's just... There's no way home except a body bag for FlyQuest in this one, man. Vulcan does at least finally drop. Cryogen.
Oh, yeah.
Second kill of the game for FlyQuest at the cost of a 5-digit gold lead for C9.
Nobody on FlyQuest is worrying about any costs at the moment, Flowers.
Stop the count.
Okay? There is no cost if you ever get a kill for any reason.
That's good.
All good.
That's good. It's always a thumbs up.
Worth
but are you fist bumping on that kill?
I'm bumping that kill.
Me? Yeah, I am.
It's an ironic bump,
Yeah,
though.
same. Yeah. I'm in there.
Yeah.
We got him.
You don't fully mean it, but that's all right. Interview with Blabber after this game. We have to put the asterisk there because technically a meteor could still fall and hit the C9 PCs, but that's most likely not going to happen, and this is pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah. Or a giant burger.
A meteor that's also a burger.
Maybe, you know, Masu, remember last year when he spilled the coffee?
5-mal ich auf dem... Ja, ich gewinne auch mit. 5-mal mich reinpacken, wir gewinnen.
Like, blew up the computer because as he was cleaning up, their game was finished, but he like dumped an entire coffee into a computer.
Yeah.
And APA was the one who had to play next, I remember.
True.
So APA got the sabotaged computer, so they had to replace the whole computer. So maybe if Masu can sneak over to the other side and dump a coffee into APA's computer, we could have something happen here.
Oh, wei, oh, ja, oh, wei, oh Gott, Mitleid, bitte.
Comes through. Sven is on a rampage.
Jesus Christ.
Two turret is under pressure. It's 11,000 gold in under 20.
I'm under pressure.
Baron is spawning, and I don't think he's going to live very long, boys.
I concur, Flowers. This is why I like watching teams that have so crazy engage with, you know, Nocturne and Nico and Rakan, because some of these fights that we're watching, like, one fight Vulcan flashes on you, then the next fight APA flashes on you. There is a Baron that's being like slightly contested here. Griffin is not worrying about a cost at the moment, and he's like, all right, maybe I just go over there for the miracle, but they can't even get past the clone. So gonna back off, and
that's a problem when you can't get past the clone.
Yeah, can't even get past the clone.
The clone is stronger than anyone on their team at this point in the game.
Whoa, there's a clone in that brush. Let's back it up, buddy.
Guys, hold on now.
Hold on now there, partner.
The clone is rich. The clone is also on Cloud9, so you don't know what that clone's capable of,
that's
buddy.
True, we don't know.
Schrodinger's clone.
That's a clone with the mage eyes. Put some respect on his name.
Well, he's already got 10 pages in his book, and there's only going to be more from here. Cryogen's in the bottom side. River jumps in. They try to make their play onto the Cloud9.
Ja. Was gibt's hier zu sagen? Ja, gut. Wir waren schnell, ne?
And it might just cost even more than that. Quad still trying to escape.
Können theoretisch finishen, bestimmt.
Silas shouldn't die here, right?
Nah, it's good.
Okay.
All good.
All right, he's chilling.
Not worrying about the costs. I don't know, maybe he's not all good.
Uh-oh, Thanatos goes between worlds.
Bro, die werden aber, die werden aber auch gehumbelt hier gerade mechanisch, ne? No joke, die werden hier komplett gehumbelt mechanisch.
Game like this, every time you live, that's a fist bump.
That's a dub.
For how long? For how long?
Not
they're
very
inside
long.
the base with Baron.
Not long.
Not very long, because they've got Baron at 21 minutes and they're breaking 2 inhibitor turrets at the same time. Bottom lane inhibitor already out of the picture as FlyQuest are respawning. That is the silver lining here. They do have fast
Noch den Ulti gleich wieder ab.
TP showing up. As the equalizer comes down, C9 now having to try to deal with Gakos. The burst goes through.
Okay.
Falls. FlyQuest get a pick.
Not den Ulti jetzt ab.
Vulcan wants to see if they can get anything else back. Piercing arrow
Jesus
over the top,
Christ.
followed by the auto attack. Sven's gonna get one there.
Jesus.
Blabber executes Cryogen. Doesn't really matter what the Alistar can try to do right there, ulti or not. You are gone.
Yeah, that's just mean. I mean, nothing there. It's the one shot. Pop the ults. Go back. Get your dragon then. And congratulations, Dragon Soul achieved for Cloud9.
Yeah, and it's looking like first seed going to be achieved for Cloud9 as well. You know, really did have what we expected to be, you know, that really tough opponent in TL at the start. But things have really kind of been flipped on their heads. At the end of the day, ended up in the 1-2. Lion ended up, you know,
Ich kann 500 Gold pro Minute verlieren. Well,
teams that were expected to be up at the top end up there at the end of the Swiss stage. Though, of course, it was a quick Swiss stage.
Jungle Gap. Honestly, this series is a Jungle Gap.
You know, will these upsets continue to happen, or will things kind of go back more to expected?
Thanatos ended up missing his spells and still chunking Masu for half HP, so it's very difficult for FlyQuest to hold any position outside of their own base. That bottom lane inhibitor already down. Remember, mid lane inhibitor exposed, and C9 still only a few seconds at least left in the Baron.
Also worth mentioning, this is not going to be the last game. We do still have the last chance match that is going to be 6 versus 7 seed to get that last spot in playoffs. That's going to be Dig versus TL, speaking of TL, who is going to have to win their way in against Dignitas, who's coming off of a dub earlier today.
And I feel like a lot of people were expecting Dignitas to struggle at the start of the year. I think we all had them either 7th or 8th in our power rankings going into the opening of 2026.
Wer spielt eigentlich besser One Team Liquid gegen Dignitas? Es wird nicht close, wahrscheinlich, hoffentlich, denke ich mal. Vermutlich, wer weiß.
A pretty big surprise that TL's have to fight for their life in the best of 1 after this. If Dignitas can.
It definitely would be. Here we go, APA in.
APA in, everybody on FlyQuest out. Griffin's the first kill. Blabber goes underneath the Nexus turret. Surely he should die here for that as Cryogen drops next. FlyQuest trying to just keep anybody alive somehow. Blabber is not yet dead because the Guardian Angel he had previously purchased resurrected him. You don't
GG, das war eine fette Gap. Eine fette Gap war das. No joke.